Here tumble the waters of the Empire's brooks and bournes to converge into a single resplendent cataract where a bygone king is said to have lost both life and kingdom. Make it sound so epic just for, like, it's a waterfall. It's a bridge and a waterfall.
Not so long ago, this here was a thriving trade route. Then the blight came. The people left. And just like that, it was deserted. Making it the perfect little shortcut. Gab's waiting for us up ahead. Come on. Still feeling sorry for yourself?
Don't. Please.
Think about it, Clive. The rumors all point to... That was an Imperial signal. They shouldn't be here. The old fort's been abandoned for years. Our little chat can wait. I need to see what the bastards are up to. You go on ahead and meet up with Gab.
But we both know that...
No buts about it.
The hunter and the hunted. Now I can pet Torgal. See?
This is stupid. I'm the dominant of fire. We sent Gav on a wild goose chase.
Ooh, this song though. Not enough petting. Pet dog, streamer. Those giant spiders? Oh no. Where am I going? This game's too complicated. Where's my waypoint? Game sucks, don't know where to go. Taking it back to GameStop. I got hops. If only I had animal instinct. Oh my god, I love that move. Level up. Gotta pet Torgal 100 times for the trophy. Yo, Apan, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you very, very much. There should be a bonus point in the arcade mode for petting the dog. Just once, every mission. To pet him at the start of every mission for optimal points. What the heck was that? Can't say that's what I was expecting.
Beastman.
Whee!
Keep your distance, boy.
Oh, wait. Yes! Yes! I did the thing that the game told me to do. Still getting used to all these buttons, dude. Holy cow, there's so many buttons. Oh man, I love how you can swap Eidolons during the cutscenes. That's so good. Oh, wrong button. Thank you so much, Apon. Appreciate you so much, man. Thanks for hanging out and being here. Woo!
A little help.
Oh. Man, if you time that right, you can pretty much get a stagger off of that alone. Holy cow. That is just crazy amounts of damage.
Well done. Get him.
Whee!
Toggle.
I keep hitting the wrong button. I keep hitting L2 instead of R2. I took his hair. Oh, I almost died. I better put on some of those rings. Bad gamer.
Another perfect little shortcut, Sid. Straight to a nest of bloodthirsty beasts.
Gotta pet the dog more. That's how you get the extra bonus. Extra bonus power. Don't understand how the HP bar works. The semi-transparent part is how much a potion would heal you when you get hit, I believe. I think. Because I noticed one time I got hit and then I used a potion and it healed me like the exact amount that the transparent thing was showing. It's either that or how much damage you just took. Or something. You could tell me. Why not? Go ahead. Tell me what the transparent H bar means. Since Mavic doesn't know, I'd be curious to tell him. Ah, doggo health. Okay. So the heal, the doggo heal, does a bit more than just give Ronald. Which, speaking of which, I wanted to check this out anyways, because I still don't know... Oh, he's gone up a pedigree. Now he's a Fame Wolf. Doesn't say anything about his heal here, though. Photo mode. Doggo photo. Why can't I... Wow, I can only go where Clive is? Oh, maybe I saw the Ronald from somewhere else then and thought it was the doggo. We'll test it in the next fight. How about that? Because I wasn't really paying attention to it. I just hit it whenever I was low. I wasn't really paying too much. I haven't paid much attention to the doggo abilities at all. I didn't even know if you could upgrade them or not. It looks like maybe they just get upgraded over time or something. He kept leaving the party, so it was like, you know, wasn't super focused on that. Okay, so I have 674 now.
A little help.
I told him to heal me, nothing. Okay, so yeah, it is not a Ronald. It just gives you the HP that you got hit by. So it's almost like a recovery from a hit rather than a heal. It's like let's heal that damage I just took. It's like a reversal. Go back in time before we got hit. Kind of deal. There's probably plenty of times I've hit that and gotten no health then. So I didn't realize that's what I was doing.
Give them all you've got, boy.
Yeah, I didn't even actually think about that. But, I was talking a little... I mean, I don't think the game is a lot like God of War, but I was just making some similarities between God of War and this with certain things. And I didn't even think about Atreus versus the dog. It is definitely very similar. Although a bit more controlled and precise with the dog. Yeah. Hello there.
Come on. Let me through.
Whee!
My wounds, boy.
Okay, but see, it's a that's why, because it's a Ronald of that bar. So that's why I thought it was Ronald. Now it all makes sense.
Don't let them get away.
Although I didn't get my whole bar that time. I only got part of it.
A little help.
I could hit it to get the rest.
Give them all you've got, boy.
How you like that?
Not this time. Sick of Torgal.
I'm at the big damage. Oop. That move is so useless, but I love it. Oh, I should have hit him with that first one. This game is so much fun. Torgal. Don't sniff the ground. I'm talking to you. Torgal's like, don't do it. Don't you think about it.
is it, boy?
After him! Don't let him escape!
Gav!
Who goes there?
I love this slow build
Take his head!
of Clive actually caring about the people. Like it happened with Sid earlier too.
You made
When
your
Sid got
choice.
cut off and he was like, forgive me. So we're getting this slow build of him actually caring about Sid and his men. Which is probably why he was willing to go on this excursion even though he didn't want to. Oh, the pair! Oh my god, you see that guy flying. Oh my god. The slow motion fly away, that was great. Wait, check this out. You're home. We could do this all day. Wait a second.
Give them all you've got, boy.
Oh darn, I was hoping that would bring me to him, not the other way around. Alright, go ahead. Man, it's your turn. I'm sorry about that. That was kind of mean. Alright, you tried. It's officially DMC. Is this another Dragoon? Oh, this song. I love this song. Oh, a Dragoon and a Dragon.
There he is! Don't let him escape! Kill the deserter!
Well, this seems a bit unfair for you guys.
Clive, what's the situation?
You're late.
Ghost in trouble!
What?
The Imperials are on his tail. We have to get to him before they do.
Understood.
See how he suddenly cares now? It's really cool.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections? I'll take the dragon. You take the dragoon.
Oh, too early. Oh! Nice try. How do you like that? Oh, you can charge your sword during that too. That's so cool.
Think that hurt me more than it hurt.
Ouch.
Sorry, lad. Don't know how much help I'm gonna be here.
Do you ever help? That's the real question. Oh, I just barely screwed that up.
All right. One down, one to go.
Oh, I wanted to see if I could cancel that, but it still hit me. Help! Help me! Help me, Sid, help me. I just realized this guy's name is Knight of the Dying Sun. It's freaking epic.
Need to end this Too slow. There was more of these.
Woo!
Already.
Double jump. Get over here. Yeah, look at that. You can charge it during that little cutscene. And you always get a free charge hit. God, his timings are brutal.
My wounds, boy.
There we go. There we go. That move, you can get 3 perfect counters if you're good enough. What's this? it.
Since when could these bastards fly? But what goes up must come down. Bloody time waster. Come on, let's finish him off.
That was fun. 448 experience, nice.
Come on.
Okay. Give him the old turkey.
Shit!
Oh, Torgal. By the way, I have my sword in the cutscene. That's kind of cool.
Clive! Give me your hand! Help me!
Help me! Help me, Clive!
I've got you.
Stronger than Batman.
There.
Don't do that.
Clive doesn't have your nose, I said. He'd stumble off a cliff, I said.
Well, that's the trouble with a nose like mine. Can't help sticking it where it's not wanted.
Nice meme, by
If it
the way.
wasn't for you two, my sniffing days would be over. Thank you. Truly.
So, what news?
Well, found out where your friend's heading for one thing.
Gav,
Him and his mate are on their way to your old stomping ground, Rosaria. You should have seen what they did to the Imperials who tried to stop them. There's no question about it. He's a dominant fire, all right.
he can't be.
Clive, I saw you turn into an icon before my very eyes. And yes, there's a good chance it was you who killed the Phoenix. But we weren't alone, were we? There was the fellow you saw.
Okay, so we did see him. There we go.
I saw him too. You didn't dream it, Clive. He's out there.
But who is he?
Don't ask me. I don't bloody know. But I do know one thing. You're gonna find him and find out. After all, you swore an oath.
What?
You swore you'd avenge your brother's death. That you'd never rest until you'd hunted down the man responsible. So, find out if this man's responsible and kill yourself if he's not.
Sid,
Don't thank me. Thank Gav.
Thank you, Gav.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I love what they did with this Sid. You know, it brings me back to like when I was playing some of the latest Final Fantasy games, and Sid has become this like character that's just like, oh, he's the airship guy, or like, you know, maybe not even an airship guy. And I feel like they've totally lost the spirit of Sid being like this guy that is so good with his words and can, you know, tell everyone what they need to hear and be like this hero. And I mean, every Sid is different, but I really feel like this Sid brings me back to the Sids of old that were, you know, and maybe even better. He might even be better than them. Like he is such a cool character. How he's the ultimate sweet talker. Like someone said earlier in the chat, he can get anyone to do anything. I think Retro said it. He can get anyone to do anything, you know. So like what a cool character. And he knows exactly what to tell Clive. He knows that Clive is in the kind of ultimatum mode where it's like his life, all it means to him is avenging his brother. And he was in a point where he thought he couldn't do that, so it was all over for him. He knows that telling him the grass will be greener on the other side, or, you know, there's so much more to live for, Clive, like he's not going to listen to any of that. What he needs to hear is he can avenge his brother. And if he can't hear that, then he's gone, whether or not by his own hand, or he's just going to not be a part of their crew anymore. So he tells him what he needs to hear. He tells him, this guy could have potentially maybe killed your brother, so we have to make sure that he didn't. Because if he did, you need to kill him, and if not, you'll kill yourself, whatever the case. Like, you know, for you to do what you want to do, this is what needs to happen. He knows that's the only thing that's going to talk him into it. So, you know, he has that ability to know exactly who needs to hear what. And it seems like they even did that a bit with like earlier too, but yeah, what a freaking cool character. What a great return to form for Sids in general. I missed having good Sids, you know.
No birds returning this year.
The Deadlands have swallowed their roosts, like as not. We're running out of time.
We'll be in Rosaria in a day or two.
I'm pretty sure I know what's happening with these two as well,
Began.
but I won't say yet. Or perhaps I will, because they're just gonna show it.
He must be stopped.
The retcon. So yeah, I was getting that vibe. I forget when I first got it, but I was getting that vibe for a couple of reasons. For one, they keep mentioning the fact that it was so crazy that there was even 2 fire dominants. So the thought of there being 3 seems a bit ridiculous, right? 2, he's the Phoenix, so, you know. And 3, just from like a game development standpoint, and a character development standpoint, which you know is what I'm all about, they put way too much work into him as a character to let him be gone before the game really starts. Like, if you remember, after the flashback, it like flashed Final Fantasy XVI as if like the game was starting, and it just didn't feel right that they would put that much work into a character, because like I said, one of the best child characters I've ever seen. They captured so well how Joshua like reacts as a kid, and not just give him the crappiest, like, you know, this is how kids act, they whine, like, but really how a kid would truly react if he was given all this power and everyone trusted him, but he doesn't, you know. It's like, it's so perfect. They did so well with him, and they just put so much into him that there was just like no way for me that they were gonna actually leave him. He's in a lot of the promotional stuff too, and like the trailers and stuff, and I was like, there's just no way that he only has the very beginning and then he's gone forever. So yeah, I was pretty certain he was around, whether or not that was him or not. I was pretty certain he was around. But yeah, now that it's shown, it feels so obvious. Like, well, duh, he's the Phoenix, and duh, he's a fire dominant. There's been a fire dominant afoot this whole time. How did we not know it was Joshua? But the thing is, there's so many other things going on, and that's what's so great about when a story is built well, is that even if something's obvious, they distract you from it with everything else going on. You have this Benedicta, who's just an incredible character, and you want to know more about her, and there's the king, who's really interesting, and there's all these other dominants like Bahamut and Odin, and then wait, there's the Emperor. I wonder who the Emperor is, and like all these different things going on that it distracts you from the obvious that Joshua might be alive, you know. So like, just really, really cool. That's when you know it's a good story, when there's so much that you're interested in that you actually kind of turn a blind eye to the obvious. But now that it's out, it's like, oh my god, it's so obvious. Like, there's two fire dominants, and we knew Clive was probably Ifrit. And there's this other one, like, it's almost obviously him. Plus, he's the Phoenix, which is like the whole idea of being Phoenix. So, but yeah, that's all. That's when you know it's good. When there's a twist that's so obvious, but you don't even see it in front of your face because of all the other cool things going on and the way they're able to twist the story. And it has just the right amount of twists to where even if it's obvious, you're not sure, because it might be a twist. Like the thing with Sid, I was like, I think Sid saw him, but maybe they did that on purpose to trick us, and maybe it's a twist, and it turns out it wasn't a twist. He did actually see him because he was real. And somehow he was there and then got away. I guess his power is stronger than we thought. You know what else is funny? That's like super obvious now that I didn't even think about this. He's been following us this whole time. He's been appearing in front of us. Of course, because he's our brother and he wants to see us. Like, of course that's why he's appearing in front of us. The only thing that's weird is that he appeared... Well, okay, wait. Actually, now that I think about it, I think the one that we saw when we first walked in, and the one that we saw on the cliff face were two different ones. So I think there's the one that Clive sees when he's feeling the power of Ifrit, and that's the one that he saw back when he was kid Clive, because that wouldn't make sense that would be Joshua, because Joshua was already being a Phoenix, doing Phoenix things, and then he had that vision of the guy in the cloak. So that must be like the power of Ifrit that he's seeing. And then God, dude, this game really is like so Kingdom Heartsy with the guys in the hoods, because that's exactly what Kingdom Hearts does. It puts people in cloaks in certain places so you think they're someone, but they're actually someone else. It's so Kingdom Hearts, it's nuts. But anyways, yeah, so the guy he sees when he's young Clive And the guy that we saw at the top of the cliff face that got attacked, quote unquote, attacked by Garuda, that was like Ifrit's power inside of him calling to him. And that's the guy that was calling to him, that was like awaken Ifrit, and he saw him and was like, why did you call to me? That was all the power of Ifrit. But then the cloaked guy they saw when they first walked in, that Sid also saw, that was Joshua. So Joshua was there actually, but then disappeared, and then the other cloaked guy came in. That's pretty sure about that. I'm like 99% sure on that. I think that's how it worked. And that's why it works so well, because cloaked guy, gone, another cloaked guy. You figure it's the same one, but it's not. It's actually two different. Why can Sid see him? Because that was Joshua. The one time that Sid saw him, that was Joshua. But then every other time was the dominant inside of Clive. And that also makes sense as to why Sid got separated. Not just so he didn't get blasted by the Ifrit explosion, but he also got separated because after that, Clive was chasing the dominant inside of him. And Sid wasn't there to say, I don't see anyone, right? So that's why he got separated just then. It all fits perfectly in place when you look back on it. It all falls perfectly in place. I wonder if this is where Jill's finally gonna wake up.
Spitting great gouts of fire he was, like a bleeding volcano.
Ever seen a volcano?
What? You think I'm having you on?
Clive! Your friend.
Called it.
She's awake.
Right.
He was like, oh yeah, I have something else to live for.
Go to her, you fool.
Thanks, Sid.
Right, you lot. Enough slacking.
Thanks, Dad.
Goots, come with me. Gav, go and get those wounds seen to.
Oh, give it to me straight. How long have I got?
So?
All in good time. Let's make ourselves scarce.
Love how much they respect him.
Isn't the Moogle funny?
Oh, the Moogle! He's finally
I know
out.
what it's trying to say.
Look at that chonk. That's the chonkest Moogle.
They even have a Moogle. I've never seen one in the flesh.
Well, here I am, so drink it
My
in.
father's bestiary that they live deep in the forest, and that they never reveal themselves to humans.
Nektar the Bold is no ordinary Moogle.
Nectar, you say? Clive. So it would seem.
It doesn't even sound like he's saying anything. Finally, somebody understands.
That sounds painful.
Alright, this Moogle is the best thing ever. I meant to plug this in earlier and then I got distracted because game is really good. Detective Pikachu vibes. Where's my Moogle side quest? It's our little secret. As the kids are watching me talk to them. Alright, sorry Jill, I had to talk to the Moogle. Moogle is more important than waifu, sorry.
It's true then. It really is you.
It is.
Clive!
Oh, that was so cute.
You're alive.
So are you. I still can't believe it. Are your wounds healed?
Yes. Talia told me what happened. You saved my life.
After nearly taking it, I had no idea. Forgive me, but how did you ever come to be there, Jill? Fighting for them.
She was enslaved. Did you not notice that?
They invaded not long after the news arrived about Phoenix Gate.
Sorry, I hate to pause it during an important cutscene. That makes a lot of sense because the Iron Blood and the whatever they were called, Rosaria people, were at odds all that time, and then so once the Empire invaded, they were like, "Now's our chance." So that makes sense. So Rosaria is probably completely gone then. Iron Kingdom probably completely took them over, which is why they're so big now. That all makes sense. I love how much makes sense in this game. Like whenever something happens, it's like we have several things pointing to that. You know, it's never random. It's never like, oh yeah, they won. Like there's a reason they won because of the Empire and so because of what happened. It's just good storytelling,
Rosaria
man.
had lost her leaders. The Duchy was in chaos. The Iron Kingdom saw our weakness and pounced upon it. They killed the men and captured the women.
And took you back to Ironhome.
I thought they meant to have their fun with me before the end. But the end never came. My powers awoke, and everything changed. It all happened so fast.
We were told that the Iron Blood had captured a dominant and planned to bring her on their latest crusade.
They gave me a choice. To fight for them on the battlefield or see my countrywomen slaughtered.
And they call us dominants.
Wait, what?
What? What happened to Clive? What happened at Phoenix Gate?
It was me. I killed Joshua.
No, that's not true. I know you. You wouldn't do that.
It's the truth. I changed into him again, not long ago. The second icon of fire. The one responsible.
Clive.
When I think back to that night, the hooded man, he spoke to me. What did he say? We have found you. What did he mean?
Clive, we should go back there, to Phoenix Gate. I need to know what really happened, and so do you. You need to know for certain. And if what you told me is true, and you did what you said you did, then we will face it together.
Jill, all right.
You'll be needing a change of clothes then.
Oh,
Out you go, you lord.
I straight up thought she was talking. I straight up thought that was her talking and her mouth wasn't moving, and I was like, what the?
Yep. We wouldn't want you getting overexcited.
Sorry.
I'll see you soon then, Clive.
Man, I really like Jill. She's a really cool character. All the female characters are just knocking it home. Like, what amazing female characters this game has. Also, after 15 games of Ifrit and Shiva pretty much being in every single one in some way, shape, or form, they're together. Ifrit and Shiva together. How cool is that? Ifrit and TBN together at last. Isn't that neat? Fire and Ice.
Let's get this fixed before someone does themselves.
Sounds like a Pixar movie. Is this just an Elemental ripoff? Hey, we finally got some more side quests. I'll probably just stop here since now's a good time to stop. And then we'll like pick up these side quests and check out stuff later. Man. Oh my god, the story of this game just keeps getting better and better. So there's something going on with, like, I was right about what I said earlier about the dominant inside him and everything. But there's more to it than that. It's not just the dominant inside. It wasn't just Ifrit calling to him. It was specifically a hooded man calling to him. So there's some kind of thing going on with the dominance that we don't know. Some kind of higher power. It's almost like in Stranger of Paradise. The twist in Stranger of Paradise, which I won't say in case any of you haven't played it. But there's a twist in Strangers of Paradise where it's like there's a higher up. And it feels like with this too. Like there's some kind of higher up power that maybe gives the dominance their power, and they're speaking to Clive there. So it wasn't just Ifrit from inside of him talking, it was like this higher power. It is so funny to me that there's like this mystery character and they're a hooded character. Like, oh my god, Square Enix and their hoods, I swear. Between like the hooded characters and then like the half skirt that Clive has, like the cape thing, the half cape on the side. This game is, and the belts. This game is so Final Fantasy it hurts. Anyways, yeah, man, wow, this story just keeps getting better and better. And I love all of the characters, and I love where they're going with any of the... Yeah, where's the zipper? We need some zippers. Anyone have any zippers? Does Sid have some zippers? But yeah, man, I got nothing else to say, man. I am just on cloud 9 right now with this game. The combat has opened up and it's fantastic, and I freaking love combining things and fighting. The world has opened up quite a bit. I have my gripes with like very small things. I do wish there was a bit more of like an ability to explore. There still hasn't been too much of that yet. Maybe these side quests will help with that. I do love how the replay missions thing works, but I don't know. I'm still I think I need to play a bit more of the game before I really have my final thoughts on that. But I mean, I am a huge fan of this. Like, I love this kind of organization in my games. Even the remake, the way the remake did with the chapters, I enjoyed. But the way I can just go back and play any chapter, is just like really cool. And then the arcade mode as well is cool. But I just like this organization and being able to go back and fight specific things and get specific loot I do kind of wish that, or hope, that bosses have like specific loot tables, maybe even, so it's got kind of a looter shooter style thing with the bosses, maybe. I don't know. Probably not necessary to do that, really. I also wonder how easy these would be. I haven't actually checked. Hold on. I want to see if I replay a stage now, because I get to keep the experience.
I suppose not.
But while stage layout is the same, defeating enemies in stage replay will earn you fewer XP and may result in different loot drops. So there you go. There is like loot, well, maybe not loot tables, but loot drops.
Did I mention there'd be deadly beasts? There'll be deadly beasts. Nothing a trained assassin can't handle.
Yes, you keep everything. In arcade mode, you're given specific stuff. But in replay, you're just straight up. It's almost like just going back to the area with your same character, but instead of just having an empty field, you actually play through the story beats again. In a way, this is kind of having an open world, like, because you can go back to any part you've been to prior. It's just that the story beats play through again. You know what I mean? But you're still... So wait, these things are level 11? They were not level 11 before. So they get stronger, at least. Because, yeah, they were definitely not this strong. Were they? Well, no, this is the first... But this is the first level, wasn't it? Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. Okay, so yeah, they're the same.
Still have a way to go.
Because Clive starts at level 10. Okay, yeah, that makes sense now. I feel like we've played so much, but I haven't really leveled up that much. You know? Like I said, a lot of our gameplay has not been combat.
Let's try and stay out of its path.
So...
Remember when I said that the deadly beasts? Well, the shrubs in these parts aren't better.
A lot of combat hasn't been, or a lot of gameplay hasn't been combat, so we haven't gone up a ton of levels. Having the extra abilities, though, my god, I'm just doing so much damage.
Well, that's the undergrowth sorted. I'll take it from here.
I want to see if I get to the boss, if I just absolutely nuclearize the boss, because I would imagine I would, with all the tools I have now. Dude, that's so cool how you can active time lore during the cutscenes. They really put a lot of thought into that. So, like, if you're in the middle of a cutscene and some guy is like, were you the ones that slew Garuda? And you're like, wait, which one was Garuda? You can, like, pause the cutscene and be like, okay, which one is, where's Garuda, you know? Although, to be fair, like, it's only the active time lore, so exactly what you want might not be here, but still. Hello there.
A wyvern. I can see that. Doesn't have to be a friend of yours, does it?
I think I'm gonna kill this thing pretty fast. My stagger damage is insane. My regular damage, not so much, but my stagger damage is, like, ridiculous. Yeah, so we're obliterating stuff. Which I like. I like this. You know, save the balancing enemies until New Game Plus or hard, right? When I'm playing the game normally, I want to be able to go back to previous bosses and blast them so I can see how strong I've become. You know what I mean? I hate when games are like, we have to upscale everything. Like, no. I want to be able to go back and one-shot the first boss. That's part of the RPG experience, feeling stronger. What's the point of playing if you never feel stronger, right? So save that for New Game Plus. When I get the New Game Plus, sure. You know, scale everything to my level, but
At least one of us knows
When I'm playing through normally, I want to be able to just experiment. See, you know, how strong I can get. See how things are actually being affected.
Well, they look not too happy. And for once, it's not like
Oh. I got a rainbow there. Collateral Cyclone ×4. I got a rainbow. That would have given me a ton of points in arcade mode. Yeah, especially in 8 it was bad because even current enemies scaled to you. But some people like that. Like, I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, it's just not how I prefer it. I don't need every single battle to be at my level to feel like I'm having fun. I can blast things away in one shot, and that's fun also, you know? I don't need everything to be a giant slab of meat that I have to hit 1,000 times to defeat. Like, if I'm strong, I want to walk into an area and one-shot everything. That's part of the fun. 8 kind of lost that idea. They were like, no, we don't want you to ever be one-shotting things, which kind of failed because of the junction system, but yeah, you know, they wanted everything to be a giant meat stick that you're hitting forever.
This shouldn't take too long.
Which just isn't congruent with the RPG experience, in my opinion.
Still short, just not quite as quick. But it'll be a damn sight quicker if you help me.
I thought exactly.
Garuda, lend me your
Lend me your blah! I love how I have an animation for this, even though I wasn't supposed to have it yet. See, I have my sword charged already. I want to have all my abilities ready for when I stagger him. Not quite all of them, but I almost one-shot him. Not quite, though.
Aye, someone's got the oath. Where he stops, no one knows.
Wake wins.
I actually hit him there. No.
Not if we kill him first.
Oh my god, that stagger damage was nuts. Nice. So it looks like these drops are not always the same. Like, this is actually a chance drop, which is pretty odd for a Final Fantasy game. Most Final Fantasy games, bosses are always going to give you the same stuff, but it seems like since you can replay missions, they actually have some, like, loot tables. And 5 experience, let's go. So I guess that's how they keep you from just spamming these and becoming way too strong, is they just really tier the experience quite exponentially. So if you're not fighting stuff near your level, you just get absolutely nothing.
When you find this dominant fight.
Which is good. That helps balance the rest of the game. If you really like a mission and you want to play it again, you don't have to have fear of, like, ruining the rest of the game. Because I wanted to fight that, I keep wanting to call her Benedicta fight again, because it was really fun, but I was like, I don't want to ruin the rest of my playthrough by making everything super easy. So that's kind of nice. I could just do the arcade mode version of it, I suppose, but I want to use my stuff. I don't want to use pre-given stuff. I want to use my stuff to fight her again. You know? And honestly, that's so cool because there's been times where I fight a boss in a game and I'm like, I wonder how that fight would have gone if I had the weapon that I got from the fight. Or I wonder how that fight would have gone if I had tried this ability instead or something, you know? So now with arcade mode, or with this, I can go back and play that again right away with a different setup and see how it goes. Not having to do a whole nother playthrough. And you could say like, oh, we'll just wait for New Game Plus, but it's not always the same with New Game Plus. At that point, you might be way stronger or have just a bunch of other abilities and stuff, so. Get over here.
Don't let them get away.
That move isn't supposed to do stagger damage. Well, actually, with my equipment, it does a bit more, right? But yeah, not even supposed to do stagger damage, and it staggered him.
See that river? We follow her upstream and we'll be in Lost Wing in no time.
In no time. Right.
Oh, I can skip this too, nice.
Well, at least they're not giant lizards.
At least they're not giant lizards. Oh my. That was some damage. I love how it still says, it still gives you like the tutorial there, because that's the first one you get in the game.
Behind you!
I know, the missions are so memorable that, like, I actually want to replay them. Like, I really want to do the Benedicta fight again. Just for fun. This guy's fun too, but you actually fight this guy again in that chapter, so don't really need to play this chapter for it. Whoop! I actually switched to that too, just for that move. That was epic. Ba-na, ba-ba, ba-na, ba-ba, ba-na, ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-na, ba-ba, ba-na, ba-ba, ba-ba-na, ba-ba. You can see that this guy is supposed to die in this cutscene, so even though I killed him, he's not dead yet. But see, I think this would happen even if I didn't have him dead. If I had him like close to dead, we still would have gotten this. So there's like certain health gates. But see, unlike the remake, it doesn't just stop your damage when you hit a health gate. It lets you take it all the way down, but then it just plays the cutscene so you can finish it. So far, there's no remake style, oh, is it half health? Now you don't do damage because health gate. Which is nice, because that was like one of the biggest complaints with the remake. A lot of people, including myself, did not like that. I think that there was benefits to it, but overall, I don't think it was a good choice. Or they could have done it differently, you know? Alright, there you go. Oh, I didn't I meant to pay attention to see what he dropped, just to see if it was something different. I think it wasn't anything, though. But yeah, I'm kind of curious, if I fight Benedicta again, will she drop that thing again that gave me this weapon, or maybe something else? Could be interesting to try. Alright, now let's end here. I got a little caught up in that, because that was fun. Yeah, let's end here. Thanks so much, everyone on YouTube, for watching the Let's Play. I hope you're really enjoying it. I am just loving it so much. And the playthrough itself has been so much fun. I love hearing your guys' feedback and thoughts on the story. And I love just the discussions we've had and the experiences we've had, and just experiencing this all together. It's been really a blessing. So thank you so much. Thanks to everyone that supported today. Thanks to everyone giving support on YouTube with the super thanks, or even just commenting or just watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XVI. We'll see you there. Peace.